Hey, welcome to the Guarantee Retirement Guy Show. My name is John Stevenson, and today we're going to be talking about whether or not you should roll your 401k into an annuity. So you might have a 401k, you might have a 403b, a TSP account, maybe even a deferred pension. But any of these can be rolled into an annuity, and they all are rolled into an IRA with that annuity contract inside of it. So it's done through a 1035 transfer. There are no taxes owed. I get this question a lot because a lot of people don't realize that when you do that, you need to do an indirect rollover, which means the 401k company will actually mail the check to your house. That's the way they do it. And then once you get that money, then you will forward it on to your new IRA holding your new annuity contract with the carrier. So that's how that works. Otherwise, if you're able to roll that money into an IRA before buying the annuity, then it'll just be a custodian to custodian transfer. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to call them up and make it happen. What would happen is the actual carrier will send the transfer paperwork directly over to the custodian of the IRA, with Fidelity or Charles Schwab or Vanguard or any of these big companies will typically do it in 3 days. Okay, they'll process it. They'll send over the funds. If it's your bank, they'll process it the same way. And it'll just be a straight 1035 transfer from one IRA to another IRA. Okay. If it's a 401k Roth, it's the same thing. It'll go to an IRA Roth. Okay. So if you're buying a tax-free lifetime income annuity with a Roth, that's perfect. Okay. All of your income will be tax-free forever, and it'll be sitting in that new Roth IRA with the carrier. And that's how that works. So it's going from one bucket to the other bucket. So it doesn't matter what type of employer-sponsored plan it is. Okay, typically when it's a deferred, taxable bucket, okay, like a 401k or 403b or TSP, like any of these buckets, okay, when it's tax deferred, then it'll go into another tax deferred bucket over here, and that's always the traditional IRA. The traditional IRA. The only difference between that and a 401k is it's individual. It's an individual retirement account. It's individually owned, okay? Versus your 401k, it is employer sponsored. The employer is putting money into it, and so are you. And so what happens is once you sever employment or once you hit 59 and a half, you can actually transfer funds from that account into an individually owned retirement account. And you can choose to do that with your brokerage, buy stocks or bonds, or you can choose to do that with an annuity company that has that annuity contract inside of it that will provide you those guarantees. And so that's how you do it. And I take care of these all the time. Okay, it's very easy. The application takes 45 minutes. And then once the application is approved, which usually takes about 7 days, then that annuity carrier will then send the transfer forms. If it's an IRA, they'll send it straight over, and then the custodian will then just make the transfer in about 3 days. And it typically takes 5 to 7 days for the mail to actually get there, because yes, they do like to use snail mail for that. And I guess they like to track it. And with a 401k, it's a little different. When they approve it, you and I will get on the phone with your 401k provider, and we will initiate the transfer right over the phone. Okay, and that's not too hard either. It takes like 15 minutes, and then they will actually mail the check to your house. They will make it out to the carrier, but for your benefit, for your IRA, for your annuity contract. So that's how that works. Once it gets to your house, then you will put it in a FedEx envelope or USPS, something with tracking, and then you will send it straight over, and then it'll be credited to your new IRA. So with that annuity contract, and then it's a full 1035. So it's not hard. I take care of the whole thing for you. If you are looking to purchase an annuity, I'd love to help you. There's a link below this video. It goes directly to my calendar, or you can go to my website, johnstevenson.com, and check out all the annuities that are available. And then at that time, if you want to, you can book a call with me there. So I'm happy to help. I do like showing everything that's available. It's super important to be transparent. It's important to show everything that's available, so when people are making their decisions, they're able to make it based off of what they need, not what the advisor wants, which is high commissions, right? A lot of us want these high commission products and are incentivized to only show you those products, and that is very bad. And you should be able to at least make the decision based off of everything that's available. So my calculators do just that. They are a direct feed from the carriers, and you'll be able to have everything at your fingertips. And then if you want to work together, I'd love to help you set that up. Anyways, pretty easy. Let me show you my video real quick, my video screen on my computer so you can see what is actually available on these. I do this every time because I want people to see what's available, and it's kind of nice to be able to go through that as well. All right, so you'll notice here I just have someone in Washington. They got $100,000. They're 62 and they're female and they want to take income immediately. Okay, so it's not going to be a ton of income, but it'll be a decent amount. And this is monthly, by the way. So they're looking at highest payouts. Okay, these are all the companies. This is just the first page, but you can see Prudential's the highest. Okay, $610 per month. So let me change that to annual, and then you can kind of see what is here. $7,300 per year. Not bad. So that's what that would be coming out of from your annuity contract from an IRA that you rolled over from your 401k provider. Okay, and since it's a tax-deferred account, it's taxed as ordinary income. Okay, if you decide that you want to turn it into a Roth, okay, you can certainly do that before or after. But if you do it after, you have to make sure it's with a carrier that supports Roth conversions. Okay, and a lot of these do not, or if they do, they will lower your lifetime income payout. It creates a whole new contract with current rates. You don't want to do it. There are certain companies, though, that will allow for it. Nationwide allows for it, but you have to do a full Roth conversion whenever you do it. Midland allows for it, and they'll do full and partials. So if you want to spread it out, they're a better option for that. And then there's some other ones that are not, at least not on this page, that will allow it. But I would say Midland, American Equity is another one. They're pretty good for that as well. Athene as well. So, but if she were to push this out, let's say she was like, well, I want to take income in 5 years. I'm going to take Social Security at 67, and I want to take this annuity payout at 67. Okay, it's still tax deferred. It's still in your IRA that you rolled over from the 401k. The only difference is now you got this guaranteed growth for lifetime income. Okay, all right. So based off of waiting 5 years, the income's actually going to be higher, and you can see at age 67, she's going to take over $11,000 per year. That's really good. So she's going to have that in addition. And when you're looking at annuity contracts, it's all proportionate to what you put in. So if it's 100,000 for 11, then if you put $1 million, it's 10 times that. Okay. So at that point, we're looking at, 111 grand, right? So that's how that would look as far as lifetime income. Okay. If it's 500 grand, then it'll be 5 times that amount. Okay. It's as simple as that. So it's a great way to have income. It's a great way to do it from an annuity. And when you're looking for lifetime payouts that never go down contractually, this is a great option. So I'm happy to help you if you are looking for an annuity. If you are, there is a link below this video. I'll go directly on my calendar and we'll get on a Zoom call. Otherwise, you can go out to my website, johnstevenson.com, and you will be able to see the annuities that are available. And then, of course, you can book a call with me at that time as well. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, like, subscribe, share, comment below if you got questions. I really do appreciate you. And I hope you feel comfortable reaching out if that is something you're looking for in your portfolio. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.